Shalom, shalom. Ka halal yamla Yahweh Bahasham Yahushai Bahasham Machakwadash. Double honors to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone who rule well within this ministry and taught us this. Amath, which is the truth, peace, love, and salutations to the hopeful elect. Preaching this truth to the four corners of the globe, risking their lives and freedom to do so. Shalom, shalom. It's Brother Shemaiah Zaab, Prince GMS Cleveland branch. And just another prophecy update. Okay. This is National Review. And this was actually published today, I guess. This article, April 4th. No, Salakia. I thought it just said the 17th. But what the hell? Salakia, bear with me. Shit. All right, this is a post that This is a post right here. Okay. From April 4th, 2026. Hold on, bear with me, Baba Kusha. Bear with me, Baba Kusha.
God may assemble the kingdom to pour upon my indignation.
Shalom, bro. Yabashim Shabakata.
Hey, man, where you been at, man? You been cool?
You already know, man.
Yeah, that's what's up, man.
Keep pushing, bro.
Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
What's up? You don't want to say what's up,
Shalom. Shalom. That's right, bro. Keep pushing, man. Yes, sir.
I was trying to see what was up with GMS Cleveland. I saw a thing on the comment board, but I was like, I ain't got no transportation and shit. So I just come down here like.
Just give me your number real quick.
Yeah.
I got you. Just write it down right here. You know, keep doing what you're doing, bro. I seen, everything that happened. I see you split and everything, but
yeah.
The Lord.
Cause I was just talking to y'all. I was like, shit, I can't be with nobody got dreads and trying to celebrate birthdays and stuff. I can't be on that G. I'm like, I just gotta step off.
Yeah, that's the spirit of the Lord, man. You know what I'm saying? It's mighty that you out here preaching by yourself, even though the Lord required you to do that.
Yeah.
Just talking about that's on salvation. Just write your number down, bro. You can hit me up.
I'll be out here like trying to be out here like every week. I've been fucked up on the farm.
Call to wild, brother. Yeah, keep going strong, man.
All right, brother. I'll see you.
Yes, sir.
Y'all
Shalom. Shalom. Yeah, shalom, man. Back to the lesson, though, man. Spirit, but this is a article right here. All right, and the headline, it says, Australia and New Zealand self-inflicted fuel crisis. Oh, shit. Right. Self-inflicted fuel crisis, in which Australia and New Zealand aren't the only one dealing with this crisis. There's other countries that's being affected, and America is one of them, And the point is that it's self-inflicted. Esau is doing all these things on purpose so he can build his NWO through that MOTB, that digital system, man. In which we know these things. The scriptures talk about how we are not ignorant of Satan's devices, Satan's plans and plots that he works through the left-hand side. We know that he's not going to accomplish his enterprise because the scriptures say that. Bear with me real quick. All right, okay. This is the article right here from National Review, Australia and New Zealand self-inflicted fuel crisis. right? This is a picture. Under the picture, it says a woman looks at signs displayed on empty fuel dispensers at Shell petrol station that ran out of fuel in Sydney, Australia, March 30, 2026. All right, so look, man, this shit been going on ever since this war started with Iran. All right, and once again, people know that it's self-inflicted. People know that it's being done on purpose, man. Okay? And it's no longer secret. Esau can't even hide it no more. Now I'm gonna read the article. It says, as Americans wrestle with $4 per gallon gas, see, it's not only affecting these other countries, it's affecting America. All right, this is the beginning of sorrows. It says, as Americans wrestle with $4 per gallon gas, on the other side of the world, two countries are rapidly sliding into a genuine crisis. In Australia and New Zealand, the closing of the Strait of Hormuz has already created a fuel shortage. And another thing too, the Strait of Hormuz is not closed, all right? Because it's articles and it's information of those Moabite ships passing through the Strait of Hormuz, okay? It's articles and knowledge that's not hidden, that's publicly known, of even the Iranian ships still passing through the Strait of Hormuz, man. Okay, and you had Trump, he sent those blockades to the Strait of Hormuz to block basically anybody from passing through there, and Iran fucking shot missiles and blew one of them bitches up, man. Okay? So them blockades is not doing nothing. They'll tell you the Strait of Hormuz is closed, and that's why all of this is going on. The whole time, all right, it's other stuff going on behind the scenes, man. Letting you know this is self-inflicted. All right, it says, in Australia and New Zealand, the closing of the Strait of Hormuz has already created a fuel shortage. With rationing now openly discussed by both governments. Right? And rationing means you're going to have to divide portions to a certain amount of people. People can't freely just use up as much gas as they need or want. Now there has to be limitations on how much you can use, who gets this, and so forth and so on, man. All right? So it says rationing now openly discussed by both governments. It says in Australia, hundreds of gas pumps have gone dry, and the government has declared a national fuel crisis, right? And even here in the States, right, people's cars are being fucked up because you got these different stations, they cutting their gas with some other fluid, man, whether it be water or whatever the hell. All right, now it's leading to, people scamming on the gas, man. That's what this shit is leading to. And as the article says, hundreds of gas pumps have gone dry. And the government has now declared a national crisis, man. But you got to remember, all of this is self-inflicted. All of this is done purposefully, man. Okay? So that way you can't be deceived. It says, while the crisis is in part due to these countries' unique isolated geography, it must also be viewed as the bitter harvest of decades of reckless environmental... It must also be viewed as the bitter harvest of decades of reckless environmentalist policies. And that's not the reason, man. That's what they're going to say, okay? They're going to blame it and say it's because of the pollution and this, that, and the third, and reckless environmental policies, and basically blaming the people, blaming the inhabitants. But if it's self-inflicted, who has the power to do these things, man? Esau, Edom. All right. I was just watching a video yesterday, the other day, and this Edomite was going into basically how many power plants have been destroyed, okay, in Australia, energy panels being destroyed, okay, certain things to keep the city energy and keep the city's fuel and oil basically intact. These different factories are being destroyed. Workers are being laid off and so forth and so on. So it's all happening purposefully? Who has the power to destroy these different oil companies? All right, which Australia is one of the prominent countries for oil. So all this is self-inflicted, man. And another thing too, this is leading to the economy in Australia is going to crash. It's going to lead to prices of the food going up. It's going to be making it possible for you to live. And all of this is coming to the States, man. All right? All of this is coming to a city where people are living comfortably, living in abundance all their lives. So once they hit here, okay, then you niggas gonna get shaken up, man. Cause this is where a majority of you niggas reside, is in America. All right, this is where the bulk of Israel has been held captive, here in America. All right, and Esau, the Lord used Esau to nourish these niggas to the point where they've been spoiled. So once the Lord send these judgments and Esau Edom come down with great wrath, these people not gonna know what to do, man, because they never went through anything like this before, man. That's pretty much it, man. I'm gonna grab some precepts. This is 2nd Esdras, chapter 16, and verse let me see. Let me see, man. It's 2nd Esdras 16, and verse 68. It says, "For behold, the burning wrath of a great multitude is kindled over you, and they shall take away certain of you, and feed you, being idle, with things offered unto idols. And they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, and in reproach, and trodden under foot. For there shall be in every place, and in the next cities," right, and that's what's coming to this place, man. Okay, I just read another article where it stated that Iran is prepared to basically do a on-land invasion here, man. On foot invasion here, man. You know, so hey, man, the Lord is gathering these other nations to get ready to invade this place, man. All right, and a lot of people is gonna be taken. Esau is about to send his own military troops, his own National Guard, to invade the inhabitants of this place, man. Esau is about to forsake his own, Esau is about to forsake you inhabitants of his own country, you know? Let alone these other nations. So the Lord is about to cause Esau to come down on the people with great wrath. And in turn, it's really the wrath of the Lord. You know? And not to mention, you got different sleeper cells. Okay, not to mention, you got to worry about other militias gathering up. You know, you got to worry about your neighbor and this, that, and people being turned against you, this, that, and the third. So that's a burning wrath of a great multitude. You know? And they gonna take, it said they shall take some of you. So yeah, man, Esau Edom, he got his concentration camps ready. You know, you can't forget about the So Icy boys, and they're still out here doing their thing, man. You can't forget that they were buying up empty warehouses and buying up empty, spaces to turn into concentration camps. You can't forget about that, man. What you think they're gonna do with them? They're gonna hold people there. Bear with me, Baba Shah, crossing the street. Verse 7, goofy with it, man. Verse 69, it says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision, right? You're going to have people basically running to these different places as if it's a place of shelter. You're going to have these people running to these different spots as if they're going to receive safety. They're going to receive food, water, shelter for them and their families, but they're going to be had in derision, man. All right? They're going to be had in derision because that's not what's going to be going on, man. All right, Esau Edom is going to set a snare before it's going to be like a trap. Next thing you know, you're being tortured to death. You and your family is being experimented on and so forth and so on. It says, and they that consent unto them shall be had in derision and in reproach and trodden underfoot. Esau going to trod these people underfoot. And he already doing it, man, by this self-inflicted energy crisis, gas crisis, which we already know, once again, it's so that he can restart his economy, you know, with that NWO and introduce the MOTB. It says, verse 70, for there shall be in every place and in the next cities a great insurrection upon those that fear the Lord. And the uprising is that insurrection is going to be a great uprising against those that fear the Lord. Basically, the men, the prophets that's in this truth, preaching this doctrine, man, speaking out against Esau and exposing the truth. It's going to be an uprising against the men of the Lord, man, and those that take heed to their words, to the words of the Lord. Those that take heed to the words of the Lord, man. So at the end of the day, all of this, you know, all these different articles, all this different stuff that's coming out is leading up to prophecy. All right? Like the scriptures say in Habakkuk 2 and 3, though it tarry, wait for it, because it shall surely come. And that's what we're waiting on, man. We're waiting on these prophecies to come to pass so that we get the kingdom of heaven. It says, and first, this is what we got to go through first to get it. Persecution, you know. It says, verse 71, they shall be like madmen, sparing none, but still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. Right, the Lord is going to put a spirit, okay, on these people, man. The Lord is going to put a spirit on Esau's military to spoil and destroy the inhabitants of the land. Whether it's the National Guard, whether it's the So Icy Boys, whether it's the UN troops, whether it's actual military guards, all right? They're going to be like madmen, sparing none. War crimes to the fullest, man. All right? It says, still spoiling and destroying those that fear the Lord. So it's going to be men of the Lord getting cast out their houses, being arrested. They're going to put hands on us, try to rough us up, you know, try to lock us up, send us up to the, you know. So these are the different things that we have to prepare for. Okay, we have to prepare for now. These are the different things we have to prepare for now so that we can endure in that time. Because all of this shit that's going on is self-inflicted and it's leading up to these prophecies that I'm reading being fulfilled. And this is what Esau wants. He wants order out of chaos, man. So he could be Mr. Save the Day with that C-hip. It says, verse 72, for they shall waste and take away goods and cast them out of their houses. And that's what they're going to do, man. That's the spirit that they're going to do. Cast away your good. You got food, water, substance. It's all being taken away from you. All right? You got shelter, a home, a family, and kids. They're going to all be spoiled. All that's going to get spoiled, man. You know? And this is coming to the cities near Jacob's trouble. And Jake is scattered all over the world, man. Come on, man. So this is a judgment. Oh. It's a judgment for the world. All right, it say verse 73. Then shall they be known who are my chosen, and they shall be tried as the gold in the fire. All right, so the elect is gonna be tried as the gold in the fire, man. These are the things we gotta go through, Lord willing, we are the elect. These are the things we gotta go through to get the kingdom. And once again, all of this stuff that's going on, this is the bigger picture behind it, you know? The articles we bring out every day, the news that's coming out with the different politics, all right? And so forth. So it's leading up to prophecy. Prophecy, that's the bigger picture, man. All right? Don't become all dismayed with all these different articles, and don't be deceived. Don't be put in fear either. You know? Remember the word of the Lord and the promises and the prophecies that he said he would do for us during these times, so that you can maintain your hope and integrity in these last times. And I'm going to jump down. I'm going to just keep reading, right? Because in order for you to be made purified, to be a reflection of the Lord, so that you could be delivered and saved, you got to go through the process of purification, all right? Purification is the process we must go through. And if this energy crisis is going to lead up to famines, if it's going to lead up to civil war, if it's going to lead up to all our hell, chaos, and Jacob's trouble, hey, we going to be in the midst of that shit too. The men of the Lord is going to be in the midst of that too, man. All right, so we going to be in the fire, but we're not going to be consumed in the fire, Lord willing, we are the elect. We're going to be purified in the fire. So these different things are not going to consume us. It's going to consume the wicked and those that made themselves equal with this devil. Those who worship the beast and receive his mark. I'm going to keep reading verse 74. And it got hot. Verse 74. Hear, O my beloved, saith the Lord. Behold, the days of trouble are at hand, but I will deliver you from the same. All right, the days of trouble are at hand, man. That's what all of this is leading to, trouble. Trouble, trouble, trouble. All right, and the Lord said he would deliver us from the same. He's the one that's bringing the trouble. If we're on the Lord's side, the Lord on our side, he's going to deliver us from the trouble. Okay? It says, verse 75, be ye not afraid, neither doubt, for Yahweh is your God. And if you're not in the right spirit, when you read these different articles and these different news outlets and the things that's going on in the world, it could put you in fear. The wrong type of fear. All right? It can scare you and cause you to doubt. But if you got the spirit of the Lord on you, do you know what these things mean? You know that the measure in the times, you know what these things mean, man. And it can't dismay you. It can't put you in a spirit of fear and doubt. So continuing on, it says, for Yahweh is your guide, right? The Lord is our guide, all right? The Lord is our guide, and he's the one who is in control. He's the one that's in control of what's going on in the world. He's the one that's in control of the minds of these different kings. He's the one that's in control of prophecy and when it's going to come to pass, and, you know, so forth and so on. And that's who we serve. So he's going to guide us into safety, man. In the midst of hell and chaos, the Lord is going to guide us to safety. It says, verse 76, and the guide of them who keep my commandments and precepts. Is that not what we're striving to do? Out of everybody that's on earth today living, all these niggas on earth living, all these so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native and Seminole Indians on earth living today, who are the ones that sincerely keeping the Lord's commandments and precepts to the best of their ability in sincerity and truth? All right, it's the men of the Lord, starting our apostle elders, a great millstone. It's the prophets, all right, the elect that have been risen up today in these last days. So the Lord is going to be a guide for them. And the world is going to witness that. That's how they going to know who the Lord's chosen is, man. It says, and saith the Lord, let not your sins weigh you down, and let not your iniquities lift themselves up. So, hey, that's the name of the game, man. For everything going on in the world, as an Israelite man, if you keep Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah first, and keep this doctrine first, you can't lose. All right? There's nothing to fear. There's nothing to doubt. There's nothing to worry about. Keep pushing, man. You know, the Lord is our guide. All right, and we're trusting in Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shah with everything. So don't be dismayed, man. Don't be scared. Don't fear. Don't doubt. All right, when you hear these different things, the articles, and this, that, and the third, you know, we know we're going to be affected by it. But we know that the Lord is going to also deliver us out the same things that he's bringing into the earth. So, Lord, one has been an edifying lesson, giving our glory, honor, and praises to Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Shalom, shalom. On to the next one.